Hello, welcome to part 3 of the video series here. Let's get started with some basics about OBS and how to use it and do a stress test recording before you do your first ever live stream. So before we get into anything, I would like to show you something here in the settings. Click settings down there and go to output. Then here in this recording path, you will want to choose somewhere you would like to have your videos distributed so that you can go and watch them and like look at what your stream looks like and all that kind of stuff. So for me, I made a desktop folder called test stream videos here, and you select folder and bam. So next is something important here. There are a few options here. Your OBS will start at MKV, which is fine, but you can switch it to MP4 if you like that better. But here's a problem with switching it to MP4. In the accident that you get a blue screen of death, or you get a power loss, or anything pretty bad to your damn like recording shit, you will lose a lot of, or a good chunk of your clip, stream, video, etc. Or even worse, you could just lose the video entirely. So I recommend FLV here. It's pretty damn good. And yeah, I'll teach you why in a moment. So an important thing of getting FLV, we need to get a pretty nice video program here called VLC Media Player. Download it and install it, and just kind of have it there. You don't need to run the program yet, so that's fine when it pops up to ask you then. But yes, it's very important to have VLC or something that can read FLV for you. But either way, we can also show you how to turn your FLVs into MP4s in a bit. But first, I want to teach you how to do your first start recording stream before you go live type beat. You know, we'll be back in a moment. So I want to show you guys the basics on how to do this kind of stuff. So here's your scenes. Your scene is basically where you'll be seeing all of the stuff on screen. So this could be like the gameplay screen for now, and then you can add more screens, like a BRB screen, or a starting soon screen, to change between them, and I'll explain more about these in a bit. But first we get to the sources. Alright, so let's check out the sources. Sources are what you use to display all your gameplay, your notifications, your images, your slideshows, your videos, etc. So I'll just kind of run through the ones I can explain the best right now, starting with a browser source. So you can click on a browser source and hit OK here, and it will give you this. This is good for placing links related to your stream, like notifications, donation goals, and other type of things in here, and you can change the width and height, or you can leave it there and do the stretching thing I showed off before, and other stuff. For an example, I'll just put 1920 by 1080 here, and bam. And it'll have like your notifications or other stuff like that. And yeah, that's it for browser source that I can explain for right now. Explain in way greater detail another video. So next I can show you guys display capture. Display capture is a thing to show your monitor. So for this one, you can put like monitor. If you have multiple monitors, you can write like monitor 1 or monitor 2, or just call it like fucking Jeff or something. And it'll show this. So in this display section here, you can choose your other monitors, just in case you have other monitors. And if you want the cursor to be on screen or not. You can also show a capture method, which I don't fuck with right now, so just leave that how it be for now, and bam. So here's your nice old monitor capture. Now, you might be thinking, well, why is it so small and all that? Well, you can click on either things and it'll show you like a red boxed area. And so it's less confusing. I'll show it better with a image instead. So with images let you post PNGs, JPEGs, etc., even including GIFs to show on screen and keep on screen. So let's put an image. Let's put like this one here. And with this red box, you can click on any of these areas here and stretch it out. Now you might be thinking, how can you fit this onto a screen? So you hold shift, you can stretch it out in any way you want. You can even go off border or under or around to fit to your liking. Now here's another thing. You can also hold Alt to cut anything off. And you can tell what area is cut with this green little line. This is good for cropping images or like a browser source, etc., etc. This also works with literally anything here. So let's say like Jeff is back. You move him around, the size just up, and bam, we are. So yeah, that's how you mess around with all these kind of settings. Even better is how you can layer them, and I'll show that in a second here. So before I teach you how to layer stuff up, I want to show you what happens when you add an image or something else that is way larger than your current screen. So let's say I add my see you next time screen, and it goes like this. Like, damn, this shit is huge. Well, damn, you're right. You can size it through this and kind of take the time to do it. Or you can right click it, as long as it's highlighted by the red, and go to transform and hit fit to screen or Control F. This will kind of move it around and fit it so that I make sure that it's covering your entire screen. You can center it to the screen if it's something else. Like say this. Then you hit center the screen. It'll put it to the center of your screen regardless of what kind of size you made it. And then that's pretty damn useful. So let's teach you layering. So layering is pretty easy. You can click one of these and move it down, and it'll move it down a few layers. And you can move stuff up as well to move the layer up. If you don't like to do it that way, you can also click one of them and hold Control and press up on your arrow key, and it'll move it every time you press up or down. Alternatively, if you're a right-clicking type of person, which is kind of weird in these days, you can right-click and move it up right here. Just move it up one, move it down one. You can also hold Control Home or Control N to move it to the very top, to the very bottom. And I think that's pretty useful. Next, you can also hold Shift and select everything that you want to kind of move around or delete with, and click and drag it around. And last but not least, you can have all of them selected and also just straight up remove them by right clicking, hit remove, or just hit the delete key on any you want to. It'll ask you if you're sure. You can remove all of them, and bam, here we are, blank slate once again. So let's get ready to start recording. So why do you want to record before doing a stream? There's a lot of reasons why, and a lot of it is to find out how good your microphone is and how good your desktop audio is and how or what to change before you go live. I mean, it's going to be your first stream and it won't really matter too much. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be like a casual ass thing, but quality definitely does make a stream. So I want to give some nice pointers and tricks on how to kind of check what your microphone should kind of sound like, or some nice tips on things that Windows holds you back from, and some weird things that OBS does that you should keep an eye out for. So one trick is that for me at least, I have the volume at up for everything. This is very useful for audio mixing and for like reality purposes. I'm gonna show you how my real setup looks like on stream here. We're gonna switch to my actual streamline here and show you my display capture here. Show you what my audio looks like. So I have the audio up at all times, but I always have OBS around 55% audio. This is because anything that's playing on your computer will be played back into OBS and then into the stream. So things can come out way, way louder than you think. So for like trial and error-ish, you should always kind of try and like start off with half audio here and then kind of work your way up to a nice level of audio so that you don't hurt your ears when you check your recording and you don't hurt your viewers' ears when they're watching you. You know, so back to it. We'll change the audio here. Lower OBS's audio. And start getting work done. So, as you can see on the microphone tab here, I'm always kind of already making noise. Can kind of configure that with some settings by clicking this cogwheel here and hitting filters and adding a filter here. You can add a noise gate to kind of weevil out the audio and make sure everything sounds good while not picking up background noise. So noise gates work. Noise gates, my bad. Noise gates work in a way where if there's any audio under your closed threshold, it will not play that audio, and anything above it, I think will the open threshold will not go above it, so you never peak too hard, even if the OBS itself tells you that you're peaking. This takes a lot of trial and error, but it's definitely worth it in the end, and nothing's wrong with kind of having it and not having it like work or not work, because you can always fix this in the end, especially if you're just starting out. So that's pretty important. So first I will show it without a noise gate, so we can kind of show you what kind of stuff goes down, and then I'll show you with the noise gate so that you can see the high difference in it. So let's start recording some bullshit here. Let's put like an image or something. Yeah, and then hit start recording and just kind of look around quick for a few seconds, talk a little bit, play some audio if you want in the on YouTube or something. Let's see, I can't play anything like copyright free, but you know, you get the idea. So go play some audio, check it out, see if you're good or not. That's some booba, and see what happens. So now that you're done testing out your recording, you can hit stop recording, let it do its thing, and then look for your stream videos and kind of load it, see what it sounds like. Give me a second. I'm trying to make sure you guys can hear the audio. There we go. I'm quick for a few seconds. Talk a little bit, play some audio if you want in the on YouTube or something. Let's see. As you can kind of hear, my headphone like playing music in the background. But, you know, you get the idea. So go play some audio, check it out, see if you're good or not. That's some booba. And yeah. Then if you're okay with those settings, then you can just vibe with those settings. Like not everybody has like a noisy room or a house or something, so that's fine. Just kind of always kind of check around and see what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, and apply filters if need be. We're now gonna listen to it with these filters on. I'm just gonna say a bunch of nonsense like this, and I'm just gonna wiggle the screen around a little bit and stretch it out and be silly and goofy and 4-head and 5-head. And yeah. So now let's check that out. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to it with these filters on. I'm just gonna say a bunch of nonsense like this. And see how it sounds way clearer and the music doesn't play around a little bit. And stretch it out and be silly and goofy, 4-head and. But you can kind of also hear that my audio cuts out. That's because of the close threshold, open threshold. So yeah, you should always kind of test it out and check if you like it or not. And yeah, so let's get to a very important thing that happens in Windows. Windows kind of nerfs your microphone a little bit, especially in audio. Especially if you never mess with your microphone settings. So we're gonna go here. Right click your volume mixer, hit sound settings, and then go and look for your microphone. Now click device properties. Now make sure your volume is at 100. It's usually at 80. It's usually sometimes at 90. Sometimes it's worse. It can be like 50. Sometimes it can be like 10. You want it at 100 so that your microphone outputs at its highest like volume and at its clearest and stuff. Or you can just mess around with this in your free time to kind of mix with this and your OBS to make sure that you sound your best. And I bet you do. I bet you're a fantastic person. So there's that. So let's get to like doing some gameplay and talking over. And we'll kind of see how it looks before we hit our first stream. Alright, so I kind of set up a little barrier here. You can just pretend this is what your layout is. You can have your layout whatever you want. Actually, I'm going to do it even better. I'm going to just kind of stretch this out and start gaming. So we're going to put a window capture device for my copy of Super Mario here. Oh, and then I blue screen. Fantastic. You see, this is exactly the kind of weird problems you can face when fucking Okay, we're back. Let's get to it again. I can't believe that happened. But yeah, here's your OBS. As I was saying, you can kind of set it up so that it fits a screen or do whatever you want for your first little test thing before going live. So next we'll do window capture again and pray it works. Okay, cool. I'll open up a Super Mario World here. Whoops. Fuck, I'm sorry, folks. There we go. Now, on the window capture, it won't work. It's just broken. Fantastic. So I can't seem to find a way to fix it. So this is a big reminder to make sure all your drivers are up to date. And yeah, so I'll just do it some bootleg way. So we'll have display capture here and just open BSNES. Right, and load the game, I guess. Then on the display capture, I just kind of like cut it off. This is so blue. There we go. Size it. See, we're already putting all the skills I taught you to good use. And we hit record. Sure everything sounds okay. I'll be muting myself on my end here, so I don't get no DMCA. I'm sure you can kind of hear it on my headset anyways when I speak. So yeah, we hit a stream, we start playing. Yeah, just making sure everything kind of looks good as you play. Everything sounds good when you play. Making sure audio sounds right. Yep. And yeah, and then you just stop recording and give it a test. I looked over the video and I sound pretty good, sound pretty decent. Okay. Looks great for its quality, and yeah, basically you're ready to go live on your first stream. Yeah, if you like what you have out here, congrats, you're ready for streaming. You can add a bunch of other stuff that you can do. I'll teach you more about that in another video. But for now, you can just kind of start streaming. Just hit that button and all that. We'll talk about that next time. Thank you so much for watching. Actually, before I let go of you here, I just want to say some things. It's okay to feel anxiety before going live. It's okay to be scared of going live. But remember, you're stronger than this, and you can push forward and hit that start streaming. And even if nobody comes, or if just a friend or two comes, you're still streaming. And you should be proud of where you started, because you can go even further, all right? It's okay to feel these feelings of anxiety and stuff when you go live, but you are always stronger than you think. Hit that start button and start streaming, all right? Hell yeah.